There we go. Hey, 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 bud. Put your head down here. Oh, we don't know how to do that yet, do we? Look at me go. I'm already expecting him to do things that my horses do. We haven't taught you that yet. Hello, horse friends. Seth with McLaughlin Horsemanship here. And today I'm very excited to introduce to you guys Winston. Winston is a 7-year-old paint horse from one of my friends over on Lake Champlain. And she has been having some issues under saddle that she was hoping for that I can address. But whenever I get a new horse, I like to go through a list of things just to check. It's like a checklist to make sure that he's broke to my the level of training that I like to have. So we always start on the ground. So today we're going to do some round penning. Now, I know round penning kind of has a bad name in today's day and age. But it's not just chasing the horse around the round pen. That's what a lot of people seem to think these days, and that is not the case. Um, we do round penning because that really helps the horse learn that we are speaking their language. It really helps them to understand how to read our body language, which is the language that they speak. And he's looking for scratches right now. Um, what I've noticed so far with Winston has been here for 2 full days, and there's two things that I've noticed. My just in dealing with him here at my place. He's not a super fan of fly spray, so we're gonna work on that a little bit at some point. And obviously, flies are bad now, so we're spraying him. He's not crazy about it, but he likes to dance around a little bit when we spray him. So that's one thing we're gonna work on. And I've also noticed he kind of likes to get in. Obviously, he likes to get in my shirt pocket a little bit. He's a big puppy dog, and we just want to make sure that we want him to respect our space just a little bit more than he does. He'll push you at the gate. He does a couple things. So I have not worked with Winston at all yet. He's been here at my place for 2 days, getting used to his surroundings, and overall, I think he has a ton of potential. He's got a great personality. See him climbing into my pocket here. He's trying to get scratches right now. We'll give him a little scratch here, and then we'll get to work. So, first of all, we're going to do some round penning. So, to the point, he's like, "Oh, we're working today." Now, today I'm just going to ask him for a trot. My round pen still has some grass in it, as you can see. We just put this in the other day. So right now I'm just staying behind his drive line, which is right behind his shoulder. You kind of want to stay behind where the girth would be, and I'm just walking a smaller circle than him. Now I might try to get him to canter out here because he wants to stop a lot. So to get him to go around the round pen, I point, cluck, and then spank the ground. I'll spank the ground like 4 times, and then I'll go over and I'll actually bite him on the butt if he needs it. Now he turned out. We're gonna go the other way. Good. Okay. So I know another thing with round penning is people don't like being dogmatic about doing inside turns. We're gonna get him to canter here. There we go. Nice. Nice. He's gonna stop. So we're gonna have a lot of decent amount of work to do here with holding gait. Good. Now he's going to. All right, I'm gonna let him slow down after that because I don't want to get him too worn out because it's a little warm today. We're gonna let him trot. All right, inside turn, back up, draw him in. I'm gonna walk away for a second. This is the first time I've had him face me. He might even come right up to me. cock my leg right up to me. All right. Take a deep breath. So next time I am going to keep him out of my space. We'll see. He might just follow me here. I don't know if he's been round penned before. I would say probably not with his. Uh-oh. Did we lose my gimbal? I think we did. Good boy. Can I get it to pick me up? Learning how to use my new AI cameraman. Let's see if it's tracking now. I have to watch it. Yep, we're good. All right, bud. Let's go this way. A point. Nice. Point. Ah, just barely not see that one. I don't know if you guys can hear that through the mic. There's a jet. All right, back at it here. No? Waving at you guys. How about the V? Nope. Technical difficulties. Keeps losing him. Him. The horse. Think. Nope. All right, back at it again. Is it going to track him? Yes. Okay. There we go. All right. So, inside turn. Nice. Now we're going to go right back. I give him a little bite on the butt there because he's being a little lazy. He's not that tired yet. Nice. Do an inside turn here, back away. Good. As soon as he turns, we're going to go the other way. Awesome. So I don't like to let horses do outside turns because it's kind of, it doesn't go along with what we are trying to accomplish in the round pen. We're trying to get him to hook onto us, and we're not trying to drive him away. So I never want to get two heels. What? Oh, he'll run her over. Oh, he lost him again. Come on. Is it going to pick him up? Oh, may have picked him up. It did. Good. Okay. Let's get a little canter. There we go. I don't know if you saw that there. He kind of gave a little hop toward me, like he was trying to tell me to get lost. Inside turn. Now he's going to be less. He's going to be a little sticky here. Go to the back end again. Draw him in. I'll put a little more pressure on him that time. Little head. We're going to go back to the back end. He's licking his lips. He's not too worried here. So this time he's being sticky here. Help him out a little bit here. There we go. Okay. That time he was a little sticky on the inside turn. I'm going to try this again. Now, the point of round penning is not to get them tired and worn out. Sometimes to get them to pay attention, we have to do that. Here in a minute. Oh, we got to work on this. Here in a minute, we're going to go to put a halter on him here. Get sticky here. Step over here. Back away. Might have to work on this a little more. And that was bad feel on my part. There we go. Good. All right. I'm not going to chase him off. That was a good one. Step back in front here. All right. I'm going to turn him. I'm going to walk away. He's going to keep following me, so I'm just going to keep walking away from him. There we go. There we go. Hey, bud. Good. Good. Nice. So I'm not going to go to, usually I wouldn't let him come right into my space. He can turn away here. That's not a big deal. All right. Looks like we lost the tracking again. And as soon as he comes off the fence, I'm going to turn and walk away. There we go. Right here. Right here. There we go. Good. Good boy. All right. Good horse. Nice. All right. I'm going to come over and reactivate the tracking. Switching the halter for 2 reasons. I want to teach him to back up from my body language and the wiggling of my stick, so he knows what that means, so that we can work on his respecting our space a little bit more. All right, get my rope halter on him here. Good. Okay. So he was right in my space again that time. All right, so first of all, wiggle my rope, step back, good. Wiggle my rope again. He does not know this, so we're just gonna wiggle, step back, good. And try to come in again, see how he's really wanting to be in my space. I'm saying, bud, you've got to learn. You don't have to be in my space all the time. There we go. Good. Good. Now, he seems to be a pretty responsive horse. Good job. Oh, we're going to do this again. Good. Good. All right. We're going to send him off to lunge. Good. All right. It's right there. He's a little close to me, so I just use my hands to create some energy to drive him away from my drive him out of my space a little bit here. So here again, I'm going to be walking a small circle. He's trying to stop here. We're just trotting. Slide. And yield. He hasn't had any of this, so good. Oh. Good, good, good. Oh. Good, good, good. Right there, right there, right there. Awesome. Nice lip lick there. One of the 6 signs the horse is relaxing. Now notice, I don't care how far he's away from me. Once he does yield, do a deep breath for him there. That was for him. Showing him I'm standing still, calm, relaxed. Another deep breath for him there. Doesn't matter how far he is, as long as he's not inside my space. Now, my hula hoop of space is as far as I can reach with my stick in a circle all the way around me, even behind me. So he's not allowed into that space unless I invite him. So we let him stand there for a couple seconds, thinking about it. Good. Good. Gonna come up here and rub him on the forehead with my stick. Here in a minute, we're gonna do some desensitizing. Anytime you do a sensitizing exercise, you want to do a desensitizing. Okay, I was about to bite him on his butt there with the handy stick, and he decided to walk off, so I didn't. Nice trot. Slide. Yield. Good. 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 Yeah, means you can stop. Good job. Good. Now he's not perfectly facing me here, but that's okay. Nice lip lick, lowering the head, relaxing the ears, blinking the eyes a little bit. There we go. Good. A little more lip licking. Good. Now he can come all the way to the edge of my circle right here. Now I'm going to back him one step. Good. Good. In the beginning, sometimes I've had horses. My brother's horse, Charlie, I just had him give a little move of his head when I first was teaching him to back up like that. And that was my starting point. With horses, when you're trying to teach them something, you always establish a starting point. Okay, so he's being sticky here, doesn't know what my point here is. Now I'm not tapping him any harder because I don't need to, because he's trying to find the answer. Just waiting, waiting, waiting. He'll find the answer. Oh, there we go. Good. Good. As soon as he goes the other way, I'm going to relax my hands. And as long as he's far enough out of my space where he can't kick me, I'm going to leave him alone and let him trot. Let him trot a little bit. Slide. Stab. Yield. Good. 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 Awesome. The rope got tangled up there a little bit. Deep breath. I don't know if you noticed his head came down as soon as I started taking that deep breath. Got my leg cocked. It seems kind of silly to some people that don't do it, but I tell you what, it sure really helps when you're teaching your horse to read your body language. Speak their language. That's the easiest way. That's what natural horsemanship is. Natural does not mean that the typical natural horsemanship means teaching a horse in the way that is the easiest for him to understand. Let him stand here for a second. He's a little hot. He's going to get a nice little bath after this. He's not breathing too hard though. All right, so we had switched sides there. I didn't mention that. I don't know if you noticed. So we're going to do that again. He was a little sticky here. I'll get my rope up here. My string. Point. 1, 2, 3. Good. Much better. There we go. Good. There we go. Now he walked off, and I left him alone because that was the right decision, the right answer. But he was a little lazy, so then I gave him a little cluck and lifted my hands, my point. I pointed, clucked, and lifted my stick and string, and he trotted off for me. So once again, we're going to stop him. Good. Good. Awesome. I'm going to let him stand there, and then this time I'm going to bring him to the edge of my circle and rub him with my stick again. Good. Nice. Good job, bud. So overall with him, I'm really excited about his potential. I love his personality. He seems really easygoing and low key and chill, which is awesome. I'm gonna bring him all the way in this time, rub him with my hands. I was talking, so I got distracted and didn't stop him at the edge of my circle. Back him up a little bit here. He's catching on to that very nicely and quickly. He's very teachable. I love that. It's important to remember when you're working with horses, they don't learn from the pressure applied or the application of pressure or the amount of pressure you apply. They only learn from the release. Nice lip lick there. This, me rubbing him on the forehead with my handy stick, is just like me rubbing him with my hand. This is not a whip. This is just an extension of my hand. It allows me to stay safe. All right. When you go to send them off to lunge, make sure you get your rope nice and straight back in behind you. We'll grab your duct tape here. Point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big circles with my stick. There we go. And then I go to start tapping the air, increments of 4. Tap the air 4 times. If he was still standing still and ignoring me, I would start tapping his side of his neck lightly. I'm going to slide. Yield. Okay, we're going to have to repeat that here. There we go. Good, good, good. Notice immediately as he went to turn and face me, I gave and relaxed my body. Right there. Good. Okay. All right. Now, through these sessions, you will see that we do a lot of desensitizing to all of my tools. I do not want him scared of any of my tools. Other way, we're going to point. 1, 2. I can touch him there, so I'm going to bite him on the butt. Good. I'm going to stop him because he's got a big horsefly. I think, good. I think it flew off. Good. I like that he's paying attention to, okay, where's the edge of that space? He's learning the edge of my space, and he's learning to respect my my personal space now, which is awesome. He's taking a step back there. Great. Good. I'm going to rub him. All right. We're going to do a little bit more of this. Point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Good. There. Now, I could have gotten impatient there and whacked him, but that would have, that's not, we didn't need to do that. He was already trying to figure out the answer. So, with working with horses, it's really important to just not get in a hurry. Hurry up and wait. All right, I'm going to pull. Good. I didn't even have to use my stick that time. Walking toward me. Give him the Schweigermutter look on the edge of my space. There we go. Schweigermutter is mother-in-law in German. He's not sure about this. There we go. I waited. I paused, kept my stick there, and waited for him to stop moving his feet. I'm going to do some fly control here with my stick as I'm rubbing him. Awesome. Good. Now, a horse that hasn't been worked with, a lot of them will not let you do that, but he's letting me do it. Licking his lips again. I'm going to rub him again. All right. I want to do 1 or 2 more times to this way. Point. 1, 2. Okay. He almost lingered in my space there with his butt a little bit, and I started to think about biting him. He's like, oh yeah, you need to get out on the end of this rope a little bit. Good. Let him trot a little bit. Notice how he's quit trying to stop, even though he's getting a little warm, a little warmer than he was. Good. Okay, he can come to the edge of my space. Good. See him stop. He's like, I think the edge is here. Now, technically, he could have come another foot, but that's okay. We'll say thank you for that. Respect. Rub on him. Nice. Good. All right, we'll go the other way now. Let him stand here a little bit. It's really important to let him stand and think about what you just did. All right, I'm going to point. Point. 1, 2, 3. Good. Good. He almost cut me off there again, but he decided not to at the last minute. He might break gait, but I'm not going. Okay, break gait there. Trot. All right. So if you think he's gonna stop, make sure you let him commit to the mistake. If he's slow jogging, it's still technically a trot, unless you really want uh, a faster jog. Broke gait again. I waited until he actually broke that gait again. There we go. He's getting a little warm. We're gonna slide, stab, yield. Good. Very nice yield there. Good job. All right. Now, a lot of horses have never had this next thing done to them that I'm going to do now. Most horses, he's not super scared of my handy stick, so maybe he has had this done, but we're going to treat him like he hasn't had this done. I'm trying to think what the best way is for me to line up for the camera. So obviously we're still trying to figure out the whole wiggle and back. Good, 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 good. There you go. Nice. All right. So now I am going to go to desensitizing him to my string. Yeah. Okay. So he's like, what is this? What in the world? So notice I don't have my hand pointed. That's something he's going to have to figure out. Oh, he's not pointing. He's not telling me to go. So right now I'm just waiting for him to stop moving. Good. Couple more passes here. There we go. We're going to let him rub him on that. He's like, what's Katie doing? Wonder if she would come and rescue me from you. Sorry, but so going back to rub here. So right now, all he needs to do is stand still and relax. So we start with the top line when we're desensitizing, which is withers to here about. That's like the least sensitive part on a horse. Notice how my movements are fluid and repetitive. Awesome. Okay, we're going to stop there. We're going to rub him again. Good. Good. So when you're doing this, you want to stand at a 45-degree angle to the front end. You're too far to the side to get struck from the front end, and then too far to the front to get kicked from the back end. If I'm right here, he can spin and kick me real quick. Good. All right. We're just hanging out, dude. There we go. All right. Now, he caught onto this pretty quickly, but a lot of horses need Mrs. Palmer right here a lot. Mrs. Palmer, you don't run into. You don't disrespect her space. Sometimes you have to hold it up here. Sometimes you got to do this. Like, hey, out of my space. I'm going to move him a little bit so he knows. Good, 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 good. Since I put my hand up there and that had put some pressure, I better not desensitize him to that. But other times, it's okay to come up here and do that, which he's not too worried about right now. Okay, back legs. Some horses, this really freaks out. And some of them don't freak out until I do this with my stock whip. A little longer, wraps a little more, grips a little bit more when it goes around their legs. So you have to be a little more careful with the stock whip. All right. Dropped his head there a little bit. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Come up here and rub. I was just getting ready to stop, and then he dropped that head too, so that's good. Gonna do this a couple more times to this side, and then whatever we do to one side, we do the other side. I'm training two horses because the wires don't connect. There we go. Front legs now. Let's see what he does. There we go. He's so reactive, isn't he? He's like, I think I can do this. All right. Now, I'm going to move him. Good. Switch sides. Good. Nice. Nice. Notice his head came down even lower now. Switch sides with my rope here. So this, I'm not tying myself to this. I'm just drawing this up in a little loop there. Awesome. Okay, so new side, new horse. Okay, see him already trying to move on me here. All right, good. He's like, oh wait, what? So this kind of simulates when they're foals and they stand behind their mothers, behind their mother, and she flicks her tail over them. Oops, I kind of tapped him a little bit there, but I'm gonna say, just act like that didn't happen. It's like, whoa, that was scary. Okay, I let him move until he, as long as he's not like taking off and dragging me around, I'm just gonna follow him until he stands. Good. Stood still. Come back. Rub him. Good boy. Good boy. You're doing really well. Yeah. Give you a good bath after this. See how. So now see that little step into my space. Good. Right there. Right there. Those little things. Make sure you're not letting him creep in. All right. Back to rubbing or desensitizing, I should say. So we're gonna do this with my handy stick and string. Oh, Mrs. Palmer had to get up there for a second. Say no. You're gonna stand there. All right. Back legs. Palmer again. No, you're going to keep there. Good. Now him, I'm not really worried about doing anything ridiculous. He's calm and relaxed, but at the same time responsive, which is kind of hard to find in a horse, in my opinion. So he's got a lot of good things going to him. I really like him. My wife likes him too. I was looking to see if she is here. See if I can get that deer fly off. There we go. Good. Awesome. Good boy. Really good with this. Really good for this. He figured that one out awful quick. I don't know if he's ever had that done, but he's acting like an old pro after the first couple times we did it. Okay, a little different feel here. I'm going to have him go around me. There we go. Good. That's all I wanted. Back a little bit. Good. Good. Hi. Now we're going to do the same thing, but with my rope. Just start with a little bit of rope and slowly extend it. Sometimes, some horses, you just have to be here, do this. Do this. Back and forth. They get that, they're scared of it. But he is not. All right, throwing a little bit more rope here. Now, before I throw any more rope, I'm going to stop and rub him and relax and tell him he did a good job. Good. I'm back here. Boy. All right, back to throwing over. He's looking away from me there. He's worried about the trucks going by. There's a lip lick. Lowering the head there. Reward him for that. Good job. Come back here and check. You're going to want a nice cold bath now, aren't you? All right, and see the head come down even more there. It's like, yep. So now I'm almost throwing all of my rope over. Here goes all of my rope. Right there. Awesome. Good. So, whatever we do to one side, we do the other. It's kind of stepping my space, so he's running into Mrs. Palmer right here. There we go. A little more. There we go. Good. Good. Go back and rub him there. Good. Now the key to getting the rope, all of the rope over, don't have it here because you can't. Oh, there. See, I could. But it's really hard to get the rope over when it's at your feet. See that? Bring it back all the way straight behind you. Throw it over. All the way straight behind you. Throw it over. He's moving around a little bit here. I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing? Where are you going? He's like, I got this figured out. What's next? There we go. So that was all of my rope around his back legs, and he didn't really freak out. He moved a little bit. It concerned him just slightly. But now every once in a while when you do this, the little pop around the end of your rope will snap on him. It sounds worse than it actually is, but horses, what do they hate? Things that move and make a noise. So they hear that and feel it tap them at the same time. Sometimes they jump like he did there. What do you do about that? No, you just keep going. Act like it didn't happen. My body language is calm. Stood there nicely. New side, new horse. There we go. You're kind of warm, aren't you? We're not going to do too much more with you today. There we go. Back legs. Good. Really solid horse. I really like him. Big fan. Really excited to work with him. Now he's trying to change hands on me, so Mrs. Palmer had to get in there again. It's like, nope, you're staying right there. All the rope over. Good. 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 Now he's broke to ride. So all of this stuff, things on both sides of him at the same time are not really gonna bother him, but it's another thing I do. I just really like my horses to be just real calm, quiet. You know. So when they dropped Winston off here, her daughter hopped right on him, tied the halter or the lead rope into reins, and just was riding him around bareback. So he's pretty broke. And once we get up on him, we'll see if we find any holes in his training. But so far, they've done a pretty good job with him. So right here, I'm just letting him feel my rope around him. There we go. Tighten it. Good. Tighten it again. Go back here, about where the back cinch goes. Right here. I bump him with it a little bit. Good. Good. Good boy. Nice. Good. All right, I'm going to throw my rope over, and we're going to do a little bit of lateral flexion here. We'll come a little closer to the camera. Good. Over here. There. All right. So we're going to stand back here. Got my rope up over his neck here. Slide my hand down. I got my hand anchored up here, and he's going to move on me. Obvious. Absolutely. Looks like. So I'm just going to pull. Okay. Hole number one. But I have different expectations for my horses than a lot of people. He's just leaning on me here. I'm just waiting for him to stop moving his feet, bring his nose. Okay, right here, I'm going to anchor. We're going to establish a starting point. You guys can't see. Waiting for him to stand still. All right, and create some slack in this lead rope. As soon as he creates slack in the lead rope, standing still, I'm going to drop it like a hot potato. Right there. Good. Good. All right, you guys can't see that because you're on the other side. Now, I'm not expecting him to come back and touch his girth area right away. Good boy. Nice. Sweating a little bit here. So am I. All right. Just hearing the neighbors shutting their doors over there. Coming around a little further. Leaning on me here for a second. He's going to move, so I'm going to wait. Wait, I just follow him. See, he's pulling on me. Now, I'm not jerking on his nose or anything. I'm just holding steady pressure. Horses naturally lean against steady pressure. Horses naturally hate pressure. He's trying to find the answer right now. We'll get his nose back over here. Right here. Right here. Give me a little give, bud. It's like I'm tired and hot. Tired and hot. There we go. Good enough. Good. Another little lip lick there. That's awesome. Good boy. Good. You want to stand for a second? Did we? No, okay. I was going to say, did we totally lose the camera again? Good. Nice little break there. Come back at it. Just pulling his nose off around here. Ooh, nice. Okay, he picked up on this very quickly. So any of this resistance you see on him giving to the halter and lead rope here, that's going to be doubled at least when I get in the saddle. Thinking about giving. Usually I don't get a horse's head and neck around this far the first time. Ah, ah. He wants to do it. There it is. Good. Good. Nice. So this is lateral flexion. We're going to do this on both sides. And then we're probably going to call it a day because he's kind of getting warm. It's hot out. I got stuff to do too. So this is a good first session though. And I forgot to record it with my Equilab. Oops. So typically I will record my time with my Equilab app. It shows some really cool things about your session, and it's a great way to keep track of sessions and for owners to see how the horses are doing, where you went with the horse. It'll show a map of all the places you went today. It would just show us walking around the round pen. All right, switching sides. So new side, new horse. Go back to the beginning. I'm just going to pull. He's going to walk around a little bit again. Trying to figure out what in the world we are doing. Who is this dude? Good. Nice. Okay. Oftentimes they'll back up like that because sometimes they confuse this feel of me pulling on the halter to them me wanting to back them up, especially a horse that's broke but hasn't really done this. Boy, he's coming right around. So he could have had this done before, but it's just been a while since he's done it. Okay, there's a little give there. So one thing I'm noticing, he on the lateral flexion, little lip lick there as well. I don't know if you're noticing that. On the lateral flexion, he's tending to just stay there and lean on you. I want him to learn that he can give to that and get rid of the pressure. It's one of the differences in a natural horsemanship approach compared to a traditional approach. Horses and trained traditionally tend to lean against pressure. And I want them to give to pressure, and I want to be able to give back to them. Because remember, they don't learn from the amount of pressure applied or the pressure applied. It's the release of the pressure. And the quicker you can release the pressure, the faster they're going to learn. Now he's just going to take a couple steps there. He's coming way around on this side. Now I'm getting a little picky on his gives now because he's doing so well. Okay, he's going to try. Yeah, that's not the right answer, dude. So I'm going to pull him off to the side again and come back in here. Give. There you go. Right there. Nice give. I might quit him on that. How's that? Okay, now notice he's starting to pay a little more attention to me and my space, which I like to see. He kind of stepped sideways there, so we're gonna wiggle. There we go. Good. So there, I could have increased the pressure, but I didn't have to. He was still trying to figure out the right answer and thinking there. So that's why we didn't do that. Good boy. So that's a really good first session with Winston here. Next time I might toss a saddle on him, let him wear the saddle around, and go from there. That's really good. Good boy. It's kind of warm. It's hot out. So now we're gonna go and give him a little shower in the shade, cool him off. It'll be good. Thanks for watching. I'm going to video that, but I'm going to move my camera for that. So